So let's assume that we have this drinks array, and perhaps we've made an API request to a backend, and we want to merge some new information into our state perhaps. So it could be this is our state of the current application, our drinks array, and then we want to merge in this new drinks, which could contain one or more drinks inside of it. So we're going to stick with our multi-dimensional array and show you a few different approaches. Now, for merging two arrays, this is actually quite nice and simple. There's the old style of doing things, and also we'll have a look at the spread operator. Now, we'll call it the old way of doing things. What we could in fact do is say drinks, and we're going to use this concat method. Now, if you hover over here, you can see it says combines two or more arrays. So we could in fact keep providing array after array, and we can merge 3 arrays, 5 arrays, 10 arrays, and so forth. So it's a good idea to understand what this in fact does. Now, the interesting piece is that we want to invoke this concat method on our drinks. So we're invoking it on the drink that we want to merge into. And here we can say new drinks. So over on the right hand side, before we hit save, we've got our first array with lemonade and lime inside, and then we have our peach as well. So everything's separate at the moment. Now when we hit save, you'll see that we still have the exact same data structures. So why might this be? So what we can say is const merged equals that drinks concat, and then underneath we'll go ahead and just log it out. So by doing so, we've learned that this is an immutable way of doing things, which is good. It's good. It's what we want. So it's important to know that just simply doing this on its own is not going to do anything like shift or pop on adding and removing things via these mutable methods. And concat is in fact an immutable way. It returns a brand new array. So when we go and expand this array, we can see we have lemonade, lime, and peach. Now, there is also another approach which we can take. Let's comment out our first approach. Now, we like to favor our spread operator, so we're going to use this whenever possible. Now, this is nice and easy. We don't need to decipher things in our mind and say, okay, drinks is calling concat and then passing new drinks, so drinks is merged in with this. We can just say, here we've got a new array. Here we want to merge in all the drinks, and here we want to merge in all the new drinks. We can hit save, and then again, we can see that everything has been merged in. So to me, this is a much more readable way. It's obvious that drinks is being merged. It's obvious that new drinks is being merged. And we also get the benefit of seeing that array literal, essentially wrapping those two spread operators. So this gives us 2 bits of knowledge. We can use that .concat, or we can use that spread operator. Now, what I want to also show is how we could, for example, merge in this new drink, but it might not be part of a multi-dimensional array. It might just be that single item that we want to just merge in to this one. So how could we do that with the spread operator? Now this is quite interesting because we don't want to merge in that initial array. We just want to take the value. So we could in fact do something like this. So by removing the value, the outer array here, we can then remove the spread operator, so we're not spreading that initial array back in as well. So what this will then do is merge in just the value. So we'll save this out, have a look over in our DevTools. You can see that we have our merged array. Now the interesting piece of doing this is because with the spread operator, if we decide we want to rearrange the order, we could in fact do something like this, swap them round, and you can see that peach is now at the beginning. So in this video, what we've learned is how to think about our data structures. We might want to concatenate an array. Typically, we'd favor something like the spread operator. It's a lot clearer and easier to read. We've also looked at multi-dimensional arrays and a single array. We then learned the differences between spreading in a value or an array of values. And we can now, using the new knowledge that we have, learn how to take the best approach when it comes to dealing with our array data structures. And just like our concat, we can spread in as many arrays as we'd want. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.